Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is my accountability tracker where I like to keep myself accountable to my financial, my professional, and my academic goals, and some personal goals as well. For today I am going over my March Transfer Tuesday number 1, which is more or less the money move that I like to make each week on Tuesday, so that way I feel like I'm making some sort of progress toward my goals, even if it's a dollar here and there. In this Transfer Tuesday, I'm also going to go over very briefly what I didn't mention last week in my last February Transfer Tuesday, and that was just because I overspent a lot because of a couple uh, medical bills and stuff like that that popped out that I couldn't really budget for, and so a lot of my extra money went there. However, when I did my spending categories and set those budgets, I did make sure to contribute a little bit toward my penny savings challenge, which I'll explain in a second as well. But for here, what we'll see is I have my 4 spending categories each week: my grocery shopping, my coffee shops, restaurant spending, and just miscellaneous, like guilt-free spending. And so I'll have a few extra columns this week just because I'm making up for last week as well. So I'll have my budgeted amount, which is how much I set aside in my budget, so you can actually watch my budget video to see where I got these numbers from. Then you'll see how much money I set aside from each spending category for my penny challenge, how much money I ended up spending in the last week, and how much money remains. So is there an overage, is there money left over, that kind of thing. So for groceries, I expected to have $100. Coffee shops at $10, $25 for restaurants, and $20 for miscellaneous, which was a total of $155. For my penny challenge, I randomly selected these amounts, and so I got $9.09 for groceries, 25 cents for coffee shops, $1.20 for restaurants, and 85 cents for miscellaneous. And actually, to explain the penny challenge a bit, while I write out my spending category expenses as well, if you assign a cent amount for every single day of the year, so 1 cent for January 1st, up to $3.66 for December 31st, which is a leap year, or the final day of the leap year, then adding that all together, it's $667 or so dollars, and so I'm trying to save up that amount and contribute it toward my emergency fund with whatever money I have left over from my spending categories and prior to spending the next week's money as well. So as you'll see here, I actually have quite a bit of money left over. I'm really proud of myself. This is the first time ever, I think, that I haven't overspent in any one category, and I ended up having $50.72 left over. Mind you, I used to budget $125 a week for groceries, and now I was able to stay very below for my groceries. And so of that $50, I'm putting $17.95 toward my penny savings challenge, and I'm going to roll over $32 because I have a big Costco trip that I want to do, and I made the decision to do the Costco trip after I set my budget. So I'm just going to take $32.77 from the money that I saved from last week to roll over into this Costco expense. I also do have quite a bit of money saved up in my sinking funds for bulk and buffer purchases, but if I don't have to touch that, I won't. So now for week 2 spending, it's going to look very similar. And hopefully this, okay, yeah, sorry, the magnification was wonking out for a second, or the focus rather. So this is my spending for March 5th to March 12th, so the second week of the month. And I will say from March 12th to 19th, I'm going to be with family, and I actually don't have anything budgeted, so I'm not sure if I'll make a video, but if I did make a video, it would either be a little early or a little late because I won't be able to film while I'm with family. 1, because they don't know about this channel, but 2, because I won't have any ability to do so. It's a very chaotic environment. A lovely one. I love my family, just to clarify, but I won't be able to film. So for this spending tracker, what you'll see is I have the sort of normal amounts as well. So my budgeted amount, how much I'm going to take out for penny challenge, and then whatever remains. And so again, it's going to be $100 for groceries, $10 for coffee shops, $25 for restaurants, and $20 for miscellaneous. This is honestly working really well for me. I will be going out to eat this week, just to clarify. It was a little bit too restrictive, I think, to not go out last week. But yeah, so I did my penny challenge, and I'm going to be saving up $10.92 from there. And oh, also I should mention, because I'm going to be going away for a week, my goal is to finish up everything in my fridge, so I actually do expect a little bit of money left over, but that'll go straight to the Costco budget anyway. So after the penny savings challenge, I will have $144.08 remaining. So that means that I will have saved $10.92. Moving on to my Roth IRA, which is sort of like the big transfer that I like to do each week, as well as with my paycheck every single month. This is my biggest goal, let's say, because if all else fails, I still hope to be able to max out my Roth every single year. It's a really big accomplishment, but it's one that I'm very proud of when I can make it happen, because I don't make a lot of money, grand scheme of things. I am a PhD student, and my income is pretty limited, and it's possible, I don't want to speak into existence, but there is the possibility that I might have to leave my second job for the summer, at the very least. And it's not my choice, and it's not because I'm not a good worker, it's just because working in academia, you can only work as much as there is funding to do something. And I don't love how that works, but I am at the very bottom of the hierarchy there, so nothing I can do. So if I can pay as much as I can now into my Roth IRA, and I don't have to worry about that over the summer, even better. So with that said, I have three main sources of income for my Roth IRA contributions. The first is cash back from credit cards and from rewards applications. It's so hard for me to say rewards applications. Because it was also the first of the month, I got some bank interest as well that I like to roll into my Roth IRA contributions. And then lastly, I have my regularly scheduled payments into my Roth IRA, and this is what I budget in my paycheck. So as you'll see with cashback, I had quite a bit this month, or this week actually. My bank interest is always pennies. And just to clarify, my sinking funds, my emergency fund, those are in high yield savings accounts, and so those actually do earn me quite a bit. But also, I like to roll those in to the savings accounts that I already have. Whereas the 87 cents, that's just for my checking account. It's not like I'm going to transfer that 87 cents anywhere else, so I may as well. And I don't add it into my budget, so I just add it into my Roth IRA. So what you'll see is for CVS, well, I'll have the total right now. With cashback, I had $32.40 for bank interest at 87 cents, and $75 came out of my budget for my regular transfer. All in all, that was $108.27. Literally every single penny counts or matters in this case, and it makes me really happy to be able to contribute literally anything, especially given how last month I wasn't really able to honor my Transfer Tuesday as much as I wanted to because of how many things just popped out last minute. And so I'm really happy to be able to have this extra money now. That does not have to go toward medical expenses. And I'm knocking on wood in the background because I do not want any more medical expenses. So in terms of totals, I had $11.39 from last week for my penny challenge that I didn't put into a video, so now I'm putting it into a video. I had $108.27 for my Roth, and I had 20-something dollars, I forget, let me look it up, $28.87 for my penny challenge for this week. And just to clarify, all the penny challenge money goes into my emergency fund. And so all in all, I had a really big transfer this week. I had $148 moved, which is really nice. Again, it feels really good to have money to save. And honestly, this is why we have emergency funds, but I just don't like touching my emergency fund, especially given that I'm doing the penny challenge right now to save up for the emergency fund. So if I have to take money out of it, then it kind of negates the purpose of the savings challenge in general. But with that said, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you made it this far. I have a really busy week. And I will continue having very busy weeks as long as I'm still in this program, but I spent a lot of the past couple of days working on my dissertation, making some good progress. I am currently working toward proposing the dissertation, which I don't even have a date set, so I should really get on that, shouldn't I? But I'm just a big old ball of stress, and so making these financial videos is kind of a nice little break, or reprieve, I guess, for me. Um, but yeah, I think the next video that will come out will probably be my next Transfer Tuesday. I might have to publish that next Monday because I'll be flying out on Tuesday and going to be with family. But yeah, I've just been thinking a lot about like how much money do I need to live, to thrive, to survive, all that kind of stuff. And ideally, I'd love to just have my money work for me, so that way I can quit my job and find a better job or work fewer hours or something like that in the future. And obviously, I'm way too young to be thinking about financial independence now, but or in terms of me actually being financially independent. But it would be really nice for me to continue contributing toward that goal. So that's why we do these transfers. Um, maybe one day it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen even sooner than I expect. I, I truly cannot predict the future, but wouldn't that be nice? So, in any case, take care, everyone, and thank you so much for making it to this point in the video, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and week. Take care.